Guys, I am in the Christmas spirit. I can't wait to review a great Christmas movie. What are we going to do? Home Alone?
I don't think so, Kevin.
We're doing Terrifier 3, bitch.
Pew, pew. I don't know why I do the gun thing so much now. I'm like a smoking gun. Pew, pew, pew.
It's a little cowboy.
Hey everyone, welcome to Straight Jacket Talk, where it's two guys, a girl, and a horror show. My name is Kevin, and I'm joined by a guy who used to be a mall Santa. It's Nathan.
Yeah, I used to be a mall Santa. I hated my job because I hate children.
Them kids.
I must go punch that baby.
This is such a
Gets me
good
every
movie
time.
for them kids.
Oh my goodness. I'm also joined by a girl who likes to cosplay as Art and Sienna. It's Jill.
You got both sides of the spectrum. Sometimes you want to be a sassy Art. Sometimes you want to be a sassy Sienna. Why choose?
The world is your oyster.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're sassy.
Gotta be sassy.
Sassy.
It's too early for sass.
Sassy.
No.
Sassy.
Speaking of sassy,
Homeward Bound?
what?
Is that the cat's name in Homeward Bound? Is
Yes,
that really?
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Aging myself again?
Yeah, you're fucking old.
I mean, you know,
Oh my
in the book,
goodness.
those animals don't talk.
They do in my world. Hey, if you didn't cry when Shadow came home, there's
Oh,
something
yeah.
wrong with you.
Shadow!
Oh, Peter, I worried about you so.
No, that was very emotional as a child. Yes.
You know what else is emotional? We watched Terrifier 3 from 2024. It was written and directed by Damian Leone, or Leone.
Leone.
Leone, all right.
Okay.
Leone.
Jill's the expert. She'll tell me otherwise. Terrifier 3 had a budget of $2 million. Do you know how much it made at the box office?
I know that this did extremely well. It was #1 at the box office for its opening weekend over that Joker sequel that nobody liked.
Damn.
So
Shots fired.
I'm not shooting them at anybody. That movie doesn't have fans, but I'm going to go with $40 million. All
right.
You know, it did real well. I know that much.
I feel like 2 million's a very low budget.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Extremely low. Yep.
Especially if we're spitting out numbers like 40 million. I have no concept of money. So I'm going to say 50 million.
She prices righted you.
Oh, really?
Terrifier
Jesus,
3
really?
made $90.3 million.
Oh, wait, I still win?
You win.
Yeah.
Under?
You win Art.
He's right behind you now.
You better watch out. Or maybe you enjoy that. I don't know.
I do. My friend Stacy has an art animatronic in her dining room. I'll just say the appeal is there.
Nathan from the future here. I was told that I could only get the footage of the animatronic in Stacy's dining room under one condition. I need to apologize to Art. So I am sorry for talking shit about Art in his terrible movie.
He should be like serving mashed potatoes with his apron on and
Oh my
stuff
God.
from number 2.
Yeah. Yeah,
That would
definitely.
be great. Yeah, this is the highest grossing independent movie of all time.
Yeah,
Number one
90
with
million
me.
on a $2 million budget is crazy.
That's a lot of money.
That's crazy.
If you like him or you hate him, Damian Leone, you got to give him a lot of credit. He stuck to his guns. He had probably a ton of
Oh, yeah, for
offers to sell this and just sit back and collect. But he went with it. It's his baby. That's a crazy amount of money on a $2 million budget. The Letterboxd rating is at a 2.8 out of 5 and currently sits at a 78% on the thermometer, which means it's certified fresh. But what did we think of this movie? Before we go any further, if you could please hit the like and subscribe buttons and also hit the notification bell, because when we have a new video, you'll be the first to know. Isn't that right, Nathan?
Yes, it's a privilege.
Terrifier 3. It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is that a Christmas, Santa stuff, all that?
Let's give you our overall thoughts. Nathan, start us off.
Oh,
Dive in.
He's ready.
This is my favorite of the 3 Terrifier movies. That being said, this is not a franchise that is for me at all. It's too long. It's definitely too damn long.
What?
Everybody complained about Terrifier 2 being 2 hours and 20 minutes. And Damian Leone was like, yeah, I hear you. I'll shave off 13 minutes. And it's like, no, brother, you need to make this a tight 90. You need to let Art loose on the script with his chainsaw and get this down to a regular length. The practical effects are incredible. A lot of the kills are too drawn out and not for me. I honestly think actually some of the extreme gore isn't even the problem. It's that it spends too much time on screen for me, to the point where it's like it's unpleasant to look at and I'm getting bored. It's the best of the 3. I don't think any of these movies will ever be for me. That being said, I will defend it from all comers who want to throw moral outrage at it, because I have no use for any sort of think of the children, moral outrage. Why are you putting this on screen? I have no use for any of that. I respect it a lot because Damian Leone his vision isn't for me, and I don't want him to make it for me. I don't want him to try to appeal to me. I want him to do what he wants to do and make 1,000 movies that I'm going to hate, instead of, catering to me for some fucking reason. No, because I'm just some dude. Anyway,
Just some dude.
so Jill, how about you?
So over on It's Lay's podcast, we did Terrifier, just the first movie we reviewed. That was my pick a couple years ago. I had Anthony on. He's like the resident Terrifier expert. He knows everything. We reviewed that. It's kind of weird because me and Anthony are both really big fans of Terrifier. I feel like it's blown up, especially with Terrifier 3. But before that, I feel like the kind of response I always heard in the general public was that it's not for a lot of people. A lot of people don't like it because I think it's either too gross or like too boring. You could say it's like repetitive, I guess, in a way, maybe, or it's just, just going over the top. So like, I totally understood that type of point of view, although I really love that stuff. I love the character of Art the Clown. I love that it's very like over the top, like stupid, funny, disgusting, and increasingly in this movie franchise, like straight up fucking evil. So
Yeah.
I love that it's sassy evil, especially in Terrifier 3. But yeah, so I totally get why a lot of people might not like it. It's not for everybody, and that's totally fine. But I think there is a resurgence, or not even a resurgence, like a surge of love for this movie and this franchise that wasn't really there before. I think maybe Art the Clown like went viral or something, and people just really like what he represents, or they think he's really funny, or I don't know, whatever it is that people are enamored by. I think that's what brought a lot of people in. And also the fact that Terrifier 3, kind of like its predecessors, like it started off as a really crazy kind of gory movie, the first one. The second one amplified that. And so you're going to expect 3 to be like the most insane, like over the top gore fest you've ever seen. And you expect it to be funny at the same time. And I think that really delivered. And I think because of that, right now we're seeing this like total love for Art the Clown. He's like everywhere right now. So
Yeah.
I think that's a really interesting trajectory for Terrifier. I don't hate it, but Art the Clown is fucking everywhere.
Do you feel like the mainstream sort of stole it from you a little bit? Like back when you loved Terrifier 1 before all the hype came about?
A little bit, but
Yeah. Like it's not the cool thing anymore because everybody likes it a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah,
Sometimes I
there's-
feel that way. I know it's not.
yeah, because in the beginning it was this like indie kind of like grimy movie, you know what I
Right.
mean? And then now it's like kind of sold out a bit, I guess you could say. Like Art the Clown's doing collabs with Rhea Ripley and like all this kind of stuff. So like Hot Topic had some everywhere. He's like everywhere that you look. I think Horror Nights this year too, where there was a Terrifier haunted house, and they also had Art the Clown like going around the park, and that went very viral on TikTok as well. So I think it just keeps getting amped up, and there's more commercialized aspects to it. And I think that's really funny because we're watching a Christmas movie, and I really do think also that Art kind of represents, when he's Santa, like the commercial and consumer aspect of Christmas. And then you've got Sienna, who like kind of represents like the religious aspect to it a little bit. But I just want to go back to what you said, Nathan, sorry, about you thought it was too long.
Yeah.
So the criticism I have with the movie is actually the opposite, because I felt like the ending was a bit rushed. I feel like they might have cut out pieces, like her going to get the sword. I would have really loved that, because in Terrifier 2, the Terrifier set is very cool. I think it would have been cool if she went back and got it and you saw her. Little things like that, I think cutting out of it, I think he tried to shave off some time near the end of it. And that's what kind of takes away from me, is like, I wanted to see more. I don't think it's a long movie, like overly, like, because I enjoy it. So the time is not an issue for me. It's just like, I kind of wanted more of those sequences.
You could put those sequences back in and still make it a shorter movie, though. If you cut out like the amount of time we spend with Sienna's family, who I don't care about, and
oh my God,
the fucking podcaster doesn't need to talk forever.
Dude, you're a legend. You survived Art the Clown.
See? Fucking fangirl.
In fact, you could cut out everything with Jonathan, have Jonathan just not actually make an appearance in the movie until the end when it's just his head.
God damn.
You know? Because like he's boring, whatever.
Yeah.
It's funny. I felt like every time stuff like that was happening, I was like, I'm bored. Can we just get to the kills? And then we'd get to the kill and I'd be like, oh, I forgot. I don't like this either.
No.
Sorry. I'm getting a little sweaty over here.
Staying like in that Christmas lane, like just talking about like this being a Christmas movie and everything. My guilty pleasure is that I love Hallmark Christmas movies. It's like the only thing that gives me like dopamine and serotonin like in the winter. Like I need to watch these shitty little Hallmark Christmas movies. They're the same formula over and over. Like it's so stupid, but I don't care. It makes me happy. But I love that Terrifier 3 has that kind of aspect to it when you have Sienna's homecoming and she's with her family. It's like so cheesy.
Sienna!
Incoming.
But I like it. I think it fits because of like the Christmas theme.
Yeah, there is a little bit of Hallmark to that stuff.
Oh yeah.
But
I
don't watch Hallmark movies myself. So.
I know.
Like I get
like,
that
I
you
know.
love them. That's fine. That's not.
I know.
Ain't me.
A lot of people don't like them. I get it. It's
Hallmark and Christmas go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Just like art and Christmas now. I was trying to think about both your thoughts and blend them into my thoughts a little bit. I'll be honest, I'm very much in the same boat as Nathan. Like the Terrifier movies are not my cup of tea. I want to be a fan of these. Like I try so hard to want to like these movies. I do. I find Art as a great horror villain. And, I think that's one of the big things that people are latching onto is like a new horror icon for this generation. Michael, Jason, and Freddy, those are the horror icons of like the 80s. This generation has theirs in Art. We're going to be going on a 4th movie, so he's going to be still in the zeitgeist. Like you said, he's everywhere now. Spirit, Halloween, he's got to be the #1 costume, I would think.
100%.
I think what's cool too, to what you guys were talking about, like the mainstream and stuff. I remember a quote on my favorite band, Nirvana, where they were saying something like, Nirvana didn't go to the mainstream. The mainstream came to Nirvana. And there's
That's
little
100%. Yeah.
Little bit of that with this too. Like Damian Leone didn't really compromise on his vision or his story or his effects or anything like that.
Well,
like Nathan
each
said,
movie has gotten less mainstream friendly than the first one. Like the third one is way less mainstream friendly.
And like you said, he's not making movies for me and Nathan. He's making what he wants to make. And the mainstream is starting to take notice and adopt this character and things like that. So I don't think he's necessarily compromising to appease a mainstream audience. I just think the mainstream audience is maybe compromising to like check this out, you know, and be a part of it. It is like a movement in a way, you know. Again, it's just a movement I wish I was a part of. I really do. And that's not.
I honestly kind of. Sorry.
No. What are you gonna say?
I would kind of compare it to like the beginning of John Waters' career, because you watch those early movies and somehow those movies turned him into a superstar, and he went on to make Hairspray.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like Pink Flamingos has the chicken scene and Terrifier 2 has the bedroom scene.
Right.
Now, I happen to like one better than the other, obviously, from what I've said. But I mean, the aim is basically the same. Shocking the audience, upsetting the squares. Is basically the same, and that's punk rock, and I respect that. I think that's awesome, even if I just don't want to watch these movies.
It is punk rock, and I think it should be celebrated, and I get why people like these movies. I just don't, and it's not all bad. Like I said, I love art. Mm-hmm. The effects are phenomenal. What he can do for the budgets on these movies is insane. It's insane, these effects.
Yeah.
I do feel like Nathan a little bit, where I think the effects and the kills and everything last a little bit too much on screen. But I do think that's kind of that's part of like the environment of these movies, because the effects are so good and they know it. They want to get as much screen time as possible on these, you know. It's not like watching slashers in the 80s on low budgets where they could do some phenomenal things, right? But they couldn't make it look great like this on screen for a long time. So they had to do the kill, give you that effect, and then we're off of it because we can only do so much. For me, it's not for me, but like I get why they have them on screen a long time. Watching Terrifier 3, I had the same opinion as you, Nathan, too. Like, this was my favorite Terrifier. Actually, this time, I've appreciated Terrifier 2 a lot more watching Terrifier 3. I think Terrifier 2 might be my new favorite because of it. I just think, like, Terrifier 2 is long. Terrifier 3 is long. Like, they're both long. Yeah. So, like, what's it matter? For me, Terrifier 2 felt more like A to B to C storytelling, where this kind of just feels like art just doing his shit, like, and then just randomly at the end running into or coming to Sienna's house. And like you said, Jill, like the ending for me is the biggest faux pas of this movie. It feels anticlimactic. Like, I know they have the big scenes with the rats and stuff like that, but and it's very quick. So it's like we have this big long movie for this little buildup of Sienna and Art, and I want to see Sienna and Art more.
Yeah.
That big combustible element. And that's the biggest issue I have with this movie.
They spend so much time in those chairs just kind of doing nothing before you get to the rats. And I'm just sitting there like, let's go. Let's get to the rats.
Get to the rats.
Like, I didn't know that the rats were coming, but I was like, we're spinning our wheels here until we finally get to the rat kill.
Yeah.
And then the rats happened, and I was like, yeah, sure, fucking why not?
I just wanted to add to kind of what you were saying earlier, Kevin, about them spending so much time, so many beats on a particular like gore shot. And I think part of the intention behind that is the malicious intent that you have from Art as a villain. He's straight up just like evil and malicious. So he wants to drag out those moments of torture, and you see him delighting actually in how long and excruciating the torture is. So I think a part of that too is like giving you the same lens, not only as Art, because he's enjoying it and you're kind of enjoying it too as the audience, but also the fact that the victim is going through this excruciating pain and you kind of feel it with them because it's going on for so long and it's so gnarly. So I think that is probably the like sole intention maybe of doing that. I don't know. I'm just like talking out of my ass here. But that's what makes sense to me.
I agree.
That goes into his character.
I just don't like it. That's, you know, that makes sense.
Let's get into some of the things, though, on this that I actually do like. And one of the best things is I do like the switch up to the Christmas atmosphere for this horror movie. Like, It's cool,
yeah.
you know. I do love the opening as Art as Santa Claus. Like this is good, like stupid stuff. The axe and everything. Of course, this was a major talking point. You know, is he going to kill a kid?
Juliet, I told you to stay out of my...
First kill of the movie.
I did think the way they did it was like a good way. They could have went all the way mean, like Jill said, like go in the meanness, but they didn't. And I thought it was well done.
I agree. You know, I've watched a few reviews and whatnot since I watched the movie, and there's been a lot of hay made about the children deaths in this movie. The aftermath is tough. It's nasty, but if you look at the actual deaths of all of these children, none of them are shown on screen. By that metric, Jaws is more graphic than this movie when it comes to the child death, because, you know, little Alex Kintner's being chomped on by the shark and there's a geyser of blood coming out of the ocean.
Right.
Jaws is rated PG.
Who's the real villain here?
Well,
Damian Leone.
Or
Steven
Spielberg.
Right. No, I don't know. It feels like with a lot of the outrage over it that people are acting like Terrifier 3 is the first movie where like children die or whatever. And I'm like, Jaws, Assault on Precinct 13 shows it right on screen. Antichrist, that's not exactly a mainstream movie, but I watched a movie from 1968 the other day where a kid just gets his head bashed in with a fucking rock. I mean, all of those movies just are more graphic than this one when it comes to the actual child deaths. Now, of course, afterwards they show body parts, so that's more graphic than any of what I'm saying. But you get what I'm getting at, I guess. Like the actual deaths are all off screen.
I'm glad they do that. And I'm glad there's this like playfulness as well. So for every action that he does that's like completely like evil, he does something kind of cute, like he'll wash the dishes, after slaughtering a family. You know,
I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, that cracked me up when he washed the dishes. Yeah.
I did think this movie showed him being a little bit more funny, like in those senses, you know, like it seemed like they doubled down more on that stuff.
David Howard Thornton doing mime stuff. He's incredibly talented.
So good.
He does such a good job in this movie.
I love when he chops the husband up next to the wife and he's just like pointing and laughing. And, like that was good. That was all good stuff. Over the top. What I especially love right away is like, they don't waste any time. They give us the Christmas atmosphere that was promised. Mm-hmm. I think it was the best thing to do this little scene right away versus like showing the end of 2 and then the build up, because then we have like a 5 years scene goes by. So that would have been kind of weird to show all that and right away.
I kind of didn't like, honestly, that it opened and then went back 5 years and then went right back forward 5 years. That felt disjointed to me.
I liked it because you get hyped up for the movie. Like there was so much anticipation for this movie. They have to like kind of pay it off right out the bat and like get people like hooked in there. I like that they did that because I wanted that Christmas feel because of the trailer. That's like one of my favorite scenes in the movie, the opening with the Christmas and the family getting slaughtered, because it was just like such a good sequence that I love that it just like started with that instead of waiting to get to that. But then you get back, you know, into like the regular story, and then you go back to the rest of the things that he did as Santa. But I think this was the best way to do it because that's what people wanted. And it got me really like into the spirit. It got me really wanting more. Christy Fox, she plays the mom. That's Rob Zombie's sister-in-law, I guess. It's his brother's wife. She's basically the Sherry Moon of Spider-1.
Come on, man. You gotta do the thing, the Sherry Moon thing.
She's really good. She's in Bury the Bride. I did that one. Little Bites and Allegoria. So I was happy. I forgot she was in this. And then until I saw the letterbox, I was like, holy shit, look at her go.
I do have a question, because one of the things I didn't like in 2 was it didn't seem like they were explaining a lot of like the backstory, like of Sienna, and like how can Art be alive and do all these horrible things. And now how is Sienna? Like, it seemed like a lot of the backstory they weren't explaining. But this movie seemed like now they were kind of going back a little bit to try to explain some more of the lore. What are your thoughts on that? Because we have scenes, flashback scenes with Sienna and her father, right?
Is she an angel?
Not just an angel. She's an angel warrior.
And we also have Jonathan giving exposition of now he thinks Art is a demon.
Sometimes demons try to enter our world, only they can't do it alone. They have to choose a vessel.
No, I'm glad they did that. And I think that's probably the aim for Terrifier 4 as well. They're probably going to go back and explain some more of the lore, because this kind of overarching story is one that Damian kind of thought up, I think, after Terrifier 1, and then he connected like the rest. And it can be also traced back to one of his shorts, The Ninth Circle, where there's like demonic possession and stuff like that. So it does like, it was all interconnected and everything anyways. But I like that we keep getting little tidbits and they're not overly explaining it as it goes, but then they will like confirm certain like maybe like theories you might have about it and whatnot. So I like that it's a little bit vague, but also they are telling you also what's happening.
Nathan, did you like that? Or do you think maybe they could have taken those out and made this more of a streamlined movie?
Yeah, I mean, I don't care that much about where Art's from or how he does what he does. In a movie like this, I'm willing to just accept supernatural bullshit. You know, like, yeah, okay, clown's back, you know, Jason's back, Michael Myers is back. You don't need to explain that to me. And honestly, that was a lot of the stuff that I thought could have been cut. I don't really feel like I need lore on Art. I kind of don't need an overarching story, to be honest with you. I would be fine with Art's back and he's after Sienna again. Yeah. Why is he after Sienna? Who gives a shit? You know, well, I mean, Jill, you give a shit, but I
think it's more than just like the background and the lore of who Art is. I think also, you know, he died, so this is how he's back. But in the original, he's just a guy. Well, he's not just, he's a murderer, but he's just a guy. He's just a human, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And then when he gets defeated, he comes back because like of demonic entities being able to use like evil hosts as a vessel. So I think that being picked up, like, you know, okay, well, he's probably gonna die again and this is gonna keep going on, but they're adding more to the mix by like having the little pale girl possess Vicky and all that.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I'm kind of interested in that. I kind of want to see where they'll go with it, because when I first saw Terrifier 2 and Terrifier 3, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't know, I wasn't really like talking to many people about it. Like, it was kind of confusing to watch and like put together about like the demonic possessions and who's possessing who and how did this all happen. So like now I think that's like common knowledge. At the time I was like, what the hell?
What happened to the little pale girl? Do I not remember that from the second one, or did she just disappear without explanation?
She like just possesses Victoria and then uses Victoria as a vessel. Onward. So yeah, she's still there. She's just inside of Vicky. So she actually dies at the end of the movie when Vicky dies.
Oh, okay. Good riddance.
I mean, I didn't mind this exposition. I actually, though, could have used it more in like number 2, because I had the same questions you did, Jill. Like, I was like, wait a minute, how is this? What's going on? Like, the pale girl, is she real? But like Nathan said, at some point, you kind of don't question anymore, because you're just like, I'm along for the ride. Like, fuck it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't have to, like, the first time I watched Terrifier 2, like, I had no fucking idea what was going on. But the more I watch it, the more I, like, can pick up on those things, and I like that, because you can just enjoy it mindlessly, kind of being like, all right, I don't give a fuck what's happening. Like, people are killing people, and they're alive again, they're killing more people. That's totally fine, because I vibed with that too the first time that I watched it. Yeah. And now I'm just like more invested, and I'm like, okay, I'm connecting the dots here.
I want to ask what your opinions are on Vicky now, and Vicky being kind of a conduit for Art to talk. Is this how I'm interpreting her, or no?
I know she's possessed, but I think she's her own character who is talking for herself.
Oh, okay.
Because she refers to Art as he.
Help me. He made me do it. Please help me.
Yeah, he's making me do this. I'm possessed, right? I do think she, serves the purpose as being an antagonist's voice, but I don't think Art is actually speaking through her.
Okay.
That's the way I looked at it anyway.
Jill, what do you think?
Vicky disgusts me so much, dude. Like, she's so gross. Just like her mutilated face. And then when she gets like really possessed and does like really gross stuff, like when she's like masturbating with the glass shard and stuff like that.
I was going to say, you're not into her masturbating with glass?
No,
You've never used glass? All the kids are doing it.
No. I love that Art does like a...
Oh, yeah.
When she
naughty, you shouldn't be pleasuring yourself.
She was really creepy, especially like when she's able to kind of emulate other people's voices.
See you soon. Love you.
So I think that's really creepy. And her voice in general is really creepy. All of the different characters and like state of mind for each character is a lot. Like she has to do like normal Vicky, possessed Vicky.
That's true.
Is she actually possessed Vicky, or is she going through something Vicky? And it's really sad to see the state of her, because she was kind of the only survivor from the first one, and now look at her.
What you said made sense with the pale girl too, the demon and the pale girl inhabiting Vicky too, because she would throw her voice as other people as well, right? In the second one.
And Vicky does it at the end of 3 as well, when they're pretending to be like all the family members in the living room. Yeah.
The grossest scene ever is when she's in that fucking bathtub and those people, the demolition guys, discover her.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Ugh.
Disgusting. Yeah.
I did like the little Black Christmas homage with Art.
Yes, and the attic on the rocking chair.
Yeah, that is a little bit like, I can't remember the character's name from Black Christmas, but Claire, with the saran wrap over her face.
I love that. There's a couple other like references or allusions to other movies too, like The Shining, when the opening scene with the axe in the door.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
What was the other one? Psycho, the shower scene.
Shower scene in Psycho.
Yeah. It's a little bit different from the shower scene in Psycho, but I see the influence for sure.
And the other thing too, we were just talking about effects. Damian Leone is a big fan of Tom Savini. Tom Savini had a cameo in this movie.
He was dressed as Santa Claus and he was handing out presents to kids. Every little kid that was there.
So did Clint Howard.
My wife's dead.
The ice cream man himself. And Chris Jericho. What was cool too, Chris Jericho's kill looked horrible. I mean, that was really well done, where he got his face just tore up.
Okay.
Yeah, it was gross. Speaking of effects too, they also had help from Jason Baker, back from the Black Phone and WWE as well. It's really cool. Jason Baker helped design Rhea Ripley's art mask that she wore at Survivor.
That she just did?
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Nice.
Yeah, apparently Rhea Ripley's going to have a cameo in the 4th one. I saw something about that on, is it Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, it's because you shared it, Kevin, on the Mouths of Madness Instagram. That's right.
Yeah, she's been a longtime fan of Art the Clown, and they're basically like the same character, like her wrestling character. So I love that she's done interviews way back when she was like, I hope I can be in a Terrifier movie someday. I want to get killed in a Terrifier movie. So I'm happy to see that happen.
I did really enjoy in this movie some of the like big scenes. You have the classic scene where Art sees Santa, right, and meets Santa at the bar.
Aye. Yeah, come on over. It's fine.
What I love about this is there's a couple of girls, right, that are coming up the stairs or whatever from the bar, and he just shoves them out of the way. Like,
she goes, "You racist piece of shit," or whatever.
That's right. They called him racist.
And I was like, I don't think he discriminates, but okay.
In my head, though, I've always thought this every time I see it. I'm like, these girls are fucking lucky they got the fuck out of there.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Like, holy shit. You know, but this scene is great because you have Clint Howard, you have Santa, who's like, Oh, everyone gets the treatment.
I'm wearing the outfit, right? So it's just like Elvis. He gets the full Santa experience if he wants it, all right?
Everyone gets the Santa treatment. Like, would you let this fucking weird ass dude?
And he's calling him Clowny the whole time.
I know. And then if you have the captions on, it calls Art Clowny for like the rest of the movie.
The rest of the movie,
Oh my goodness.
I was cracking up at that.
Yeah.
I love when they do the shot with him too.
Like, he spits it on their faces. Yeah. That was the last straw.
I think the pissing was the last straw.
The pissing
was the last straw. Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? I'll peed on it.
Oh, that's such a good sequence. I love it. It's
we
get so funny.
Yeah, exactly. This is all good. I like this because it's playing around in that sandbox, and then we get what is one of the showpiece kills of this movie with the liquid nitrogen.
Yeah.
Liquid nitrogen, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I loved this kill. I'll just spoil my quarter kill, and it's this one. I found this kill great from beginning to end. I enjoyed every bit of this scene and this sequence. The pissing kind of made me roll my eyes a little bit. And it's like, okay, yeah, it's Terrifier. It was shitting in the first movie. I guess I should have expected it. Whatever. Spraying him with the liquid nitrogen, freezing his body, and then just chipping away at him with what was it, a pickaxe? I think it was.
It looks so gnarly.
That was great. I loved that.
I don't know how they did this.
Ice sculpture.
Oh. And like you could see his eye moving the whole time too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Eyes are like a big thing I've noticed because the other night I rewatched Terrifier 2 and just like throughout all of them, like he does a lot of stuff with eyes, like one eye still being intact or like getting rid of the eye and having nothing left.
I have a thing about stuff with eyeballs. I don't like it. And everybody I say that to goes, oh no, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
So he's
that.
Again, he's pushing buttons,
Right.
Like he's intentionally pushing the buttons, the upsetting buttons.
Eyeballs and piss.
Yeah.
Eyeballs and piss. Jill, you must have loved this scene. I mean, it's classic art, right? He's trying something new, and that's what you got to give Damian Leone credit for too. It's like thinking up this shit too.
It's creative, yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. I love how excited he is to see Santa. And my theory is that this is a nod to Elf, the movie Elf, when Buddy the Elf goes, Santa!
Santa! Oh my God! Santa here? I know him.
I know him. Like, that's totally what he's channeling right there. Because he's like, oh my God, it's Santa. I know him. And he gets all excited. And he's like starstruck.
Yeah.
Right.
And I love that they play along with it because they think he's like this poor guy. So
I kind of like Clowny.
And I love when they're like, what's in your bag? And he's like, oh, I'm going to show you what's in my bag. Millennials love a good YouTube what's in my bag video. And I love that he's just like pulling stuff out. And that's one of my favorite things that he does. And the Christmas tree sunglasses, I think they're really cute. And it kind of plays into like the sunglasses that became really iconic in Terrifier 2.
He really knows how to make art just stand out a little bit. Something like funny or unique, like with the glasses and dressing up like Santa. Just like the little touches, I think are really, really well done.
So another thing that like really cracked me up, kind of near the end when Sienna's tied up, and every time he walks by her, he like slaps her in the back of the head. Yeah. That had me rolling.
It's just mean for no reason.
It's just rude.
He's a dick.
I love it.
Another of the big scenes is he has to be the mall Santa, right?
I had no idea what he was going to do. The last thing I ever expected him to do was to pull out actual toys and hand them to children. And I know it doesn't end well, but that was like a really nice thing for him to do before it ended terribly. Yeah.
Do you know where he got those presents?
I have no idea.
They're the same presents from the opening scene. He stole it from those kids, I think.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, it's a nice gesture, but like some murdered child,
a little morbid
presents he's given away. I love that he blows it up. I'm trying to tie like a lot of this to a Christmas movie. I'm trying to tie the bomb to Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way. There's some sick people in this world.
know we're living in sick people.
I thought that too.
Did you actually?
Yes. What's wrong with us?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We
No,
love
we just
Jingle
love
All the
Jingle
Way.
All the Way.
Oh my God.
I just love that line, though. Who's that Santa? He's scaring my kid.
Who's this Santa? He's scaring my kid.
Yeah, he's scaring me too.
He's scaring me too. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, this is a great scene. You're kind of asking yourself the whole time, what's going to happen here? Like you have...
What is he doing?
Right.
Yeah.
My thing is none of the adults are like, what the fuck is...
They're all on their phones, which is accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been known as the Miles County Massacre, right? What happened before. There is images of him. Like, they know what he looks like, right? And nobody's like, hey, this is that dude?
This is part of why I don't care about any of the explanations for the lore shit either. Is like, yes, that's true. So what? I don't need an explanation for any of it. Like, you know, I'm willing to just accept that that's fine.
Yeah, I hear you. And I think like that plays into the podcasters, right?
I am a true crime enthusiast, and I've actually been following your case in particular for years on my podcast.
I was so happy for that scene. I know it's been kind of like a thing, like horror movies kind of jest at podcasts. Like recently, like I Know What You Did Last Summer and probably some other ones that I can't
Halloween
think of.
2018.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, it's starting to get a little tired, but I really enjoyed it because, you know, she got what she got for asking Sienna to like be on her show and it like try to capitalize on that.
We would literally kill for anything. I'm thinking, get readies with me, what I eat in the day, just show us how you're coping, you know, what you do on a daily basis, anything like that.
How I'm coping.
And I loved during that kill when she was like, I want to see like what's in his eyes or whatever.
Right.
And he does that when he kills her and she gets like the most brutal fucking death ever.
When you look into his eyes, what do you see? Is there a soul?
I love it.
I do love the scene where Art is listening in on them talking.
Oh my, he's like all shocked.
You sound like you want to fuck him. No, I don't want to fuck him.
You sound like you want to fuck him.
I don't want to fuck him.
It's like, he probably smells bad or something. And he's like, that was great stuff. That was great stuff. You know what? Let's talk about the chainsaw scene, because this is a big problem I have with this movie and where I wanted more of this.
What? I was about to agree with everything you said, and then you said the exact opposite of what I was going to say.
What?
Hear me out, right?
Okay.
I thought this was going to set up for a big climactic ending because Jonathan also goes to the college. And I was thinking we were going to get like a big set piece here at the end of Art like starting off killing this couple in the shower and then like going through the college, and then like Jonathan is like, fuck, like this is Art, you know, we gotta.
And then Sienna comes and she has to save him. And it's a giant set piece.
Yes.
Instead of just fucking around for a little while.
So you want it to be longer?
Yeah.
Me too.
I would have.
You guys agree?
All right, I would have.
No, because then at that point you cut out everything that happened in the house with the rats.
That's true.
Just leave that alone.
I like that part though.
But after this shower scene, we fuck around for another 20 minutes before we get to the house, and all that needs to go.
I just thought this was going to be the big crescendo, right? And start, because I do feel like the ending for me is a letdown after this scene, because this was such a great scene of, like you were saying, a little psycho homage, but just amped up to Art levels here, and this couple just getting brutalized, and then the
scene was too long though. I'm sorry. Like it was too fucking long.
Yeah, I mean, but this is what this is, like, you know, that's
I know, but it's what I don't like. It's like, okay, Art takes the chainsaw and starts shoving it up his ass over the ball. Okay, cool. That's
right
what
in the
we signed
tank.
up for. Yeah, that's what we signed up for. And they show it and it's going, and then they cut away to something else. And I'm like, okay, man, that was brutal. And then it goes back to it again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's just the same thing.
Doesn't
like,
he get
it's the
beat
same
with his
shot,
own hand?
except Yeah. But it's just. But what I'm saying is, it's just the same shot again, except it's gone further up.
Yeah.
And then you cut away to something else. I don't remember what. And then it comes back to it again. And that's the point where I'm like, I fucking get it. Now I'm bored. Like, and I don't want to be looking at this. Right. The first time I look at it, I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. I can't believe they went there. There's a testicle hanging out his ass, whatever. Third time, I'm like mad because I'm done and I'm bored and I want something else to happen. Plus, it's unpleasant to look at on top of that. So, but that's the problem with almost every kill in this movie for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, there's my little rant about why I don't like that scene.
No.
Overall.
I
cut it in half, and I'd probably think it was the greatest thing I'd ever seen. Cut it in half, just like the guy who got the chainsaw up the tank.
Jill, what'd you think of this shower kill? Did you like his little blood angel too? I thought that was a nice little effect.
Oh, yeah.
The blood angel did crack me up.
That's one of my favorite kills is the shower scene. So I saw this in theater when it first came out. It was a great movie to see in the theater, and I wish I could go back and see it for the first time again like that. But that scene in the theater was like crazy.
Yeah.
And it just kept going and going and going. And I loved it. And then afterwards, you kind of have the comic relief of the blood angel, which I thought was great. Yeah, I'm not really bothered by like the extensive shots, kind of the same shots over and over again. Because like I said earlier, like it is uncomfortable, but that's what I like about it too, is that you get to feel that torture, and like my toes are like wriggling every time I watch like a scene and stuff like that. I'm like, it doesn't really bother me because I kind of know to expect it and I like it. But yeah, I think that's one of my favorite scenes, and that's one of the ones that people keep talking about.
Yeah, and they should. It's definitely over the top and good for the most part, I think. I do want to get your opinions on Jonathan and Sienna in this, because I thought this was a missed opportunity. I love Sienna. Lauren Lavera, I think, is great in her role. And I really want to see more of her. I feel like we didn't see a lot overall. I know there was some scenes with the family and stuff, but also Jonathan, like I wanted to see more of them and their dynamic. I feel like we only got a little bit here or there. No?
I don't like Jonathan at all. So that's kind of why I suggested that his entire role be cut until he gets his head revealed at the end. We didn't get enough of Sienna, and a lot of the stuff we did get of Sienna was kind of like the Hallmark movie stuff that I was complaining about earlier.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I didn't see enough of Sienna doing things. I agree with you. I like Sienna a lot. Don't like Jonathan, so it's fine for there to be less of him.
Jill, what did you think? Did you want to see more of them? I mean, I do want to ask you specifically, too, as a Terrifier fan, are you upset that they supposedly killed Jonathan off screen here? Like, that seems like a big faux pas, too, no?
I don't think Jonathan's dead. Like, I feel like he's going to be in 4. He's probably maybe in hell or wherever they are, or he's around somewhere.
Oh, with Gabby or whatever?
Or, with Gabby or something like that.
Yeah.
I remember the first time when I watched this in the theater. By the way, is this your first time watching this?
Kevin's
you've seen it before?
It's my first time, yeah.
Okay.
I've been avoiding it since it came out.
Kevin, you probably thought the same thing. And well, it doesn't really matter. Like the first time you watch it, you're thinking, oh my God, did they go that far? Did they kill the kid?
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Hi, Gabby!
And then afterwards, it's like, okay, actually, oh my God, did they kill off like a main character like Jonathan, even though he didn't really have like a big role in this movie? I'm also on Nathan's side. Like he's not my favorite, especially in this movie. He's kind of annoying and like not there for Sienna.
Why are you shutting me out?
I'm not shutting you out.
You don't believe me?
Why would he come back here?
When they've been through the same trauma, like why isn't he more so like supportive?
He saw all the same shit she did.
Yeah.
But he's like acting as a skeptic.
Yes.
Usually I like skeptics in movies, but if they've seen the actual thing, it doesn't make sense for them to be skeptical. That just kind of makes you a dick.
And why is he like living a normal life and he's going to like college or wherever and she's literally like in a psych ward most of the time?
I mean, I do think different people process that type of stuff in different ways, so I'm not going to begrudge him that.
But like he's not even supportive of his sister and they live such different lives.
Yeah.
And like, why is it that he gets to live a kind of normal life, and he doesn't even care about his sister who went through the same stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, he's ditching her for a fucking frat party. With a bunch of annoying frat bros. So
no, he's kind of the worst. So yeah. I think he's going to be back in 4, but I wasn't a big fan of his character in this movie anyways.
But he was annoying in 2 as well. So
I gave him a pass in 2
character
because he was a kid, right? Like, he was just kind of an annoying kid, kind of like Gabby is the annoying kid in this one. The whole time I'm like, oh my God, this kid is so annoying. She's always like meddling and shit, but then she ends up like saving the day.
Did you read my journal?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, stop doing that, bitch.
But I'm like, this kid needs to watch it, dude. Can't give him a pass anymore because he's kind of an adult now. So why do you suck?
Yeah, exactly.
So at the end, right, we're left to assume that Gabby has gone down a portal to hell.
Usually when people go down into evil places, that means hell. So I'm just going to call it hell. They never really clarify it, like verbally.
Going down where Jason is. God, no, Vietnam flashback.
I like that movie better than you.
So this is really sequel bait a little bit now, right? Because we're assuming she's not.
The story's not over.
Yeah, but I mean, it's tying into another one because we're assuming she's not dead. Yeah. Sienna will have to go find out how to go down there and save her.
What a bleak ending also. Like, even though it's sequel bait, like her to be left with absolutely nothing after going through all that again, but like worse this time, you know? Damn, it's bleak.
Her aunt and uncle sucked too, though, so.
At least she killed Vicky, though. I mean, you got one down, right?
Yeah, fuck Vicky. She needed to go.
How come Art didn't die, though?
I don't know. He got stabbed a bunch, but...
Didn't she stab him with a sword?
Yeah, but at the end of the second one, she had to take his head clean off. It wasn't enough to just stab him.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
I think it would have been hard, like in a battle against like 2 evil entities. She's got Victoria and Art at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's too much for her to like realistically kind of handle. So like the portal to hell or whatever is that distraction for him to get away when Sienna is like so powerful right now and she could like really harm him. And also it could set up like, you know, the next movie and whatever.
I did like the ending, like the simple ending of like Art disappearing and then being
we
on
don't need him
bus.
to die again.
Yeah.
You know, like then he would have to like get reanimated again and like, you know, it's only so many times you can do that.
Hey, Jason movies did it a bunch.
I was about to say, yeah, like Jason died like 13 times.
Effectively do that, you know? And also like every time he dies, he comes back like a little bit more evil and a little more sinister. And that's one of the things that I really liked about this movie is that it's much more of a darker and sinister tone. And that Black Christmas kind of scene when Vicky is like killing herself, when he's just like kind of sitting there quietly and like has this like evil smirk.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can really see him like turn into something else when before, like I said, he was just a guy. But like even the like his facial features and like the costume, every movie he gets more and more like sharp. He gets meaner. He gets more evil. I really liked that scene, that Black Christmas one, because I was like, wow, this is something new now.
I think that's a cool thing that maybe like he gets more and more evil
and powerful. Probably.
Yeah.
But now Victoria has healing powers. Victoria is supernatural now. Not Victoria.
You mean Sienna?
Sienna has magical healing powers now. She's
she's like Wolverine.
Supernatural.
Shink, shink.
Yeah.
I wonder how they'll explain that one.
I don't need it explained. I'm fine with it. She got the magic sword. This is a movie with a magic sword. I don't need shit explained, you know?
Well,
I just accept the existence of the magic sword. So it's like Star Wars. You didn't want to know about the fucking midichlorians, you know?
But now you know.
The Force was just something. Yeah, I didn't. It's the worst thing in the world.
I like the way you think. You know what? That's right. Fuck it. You don't need an explanation.
Well, didn't the dad explain in the flashback about like good and evil? And if you tie in to the second one, Sienna really dies in that one. So she comes back as the good demon.
Yeah. That's true.
She pretty much dies. Like, there's no way she could spend that much time in that water tank without dying.
And she got
belly wound at that.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, she's like resuscitated.
Hey, did you know who plays Sienna's dad in this?
Michael.
Michael. They're only noodles, Michael.
Lost Boys.
Jason Patrick.
Jason Patrick.
Yeah, he plays Michael.
Yeah.
Because you're saying the lines, now I can't remember his name.
David?
The other guy.
David. Kiefer Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland. I love Kiefer Sutherland. I don't know why his name escaped me.
Dude,
he's in Twin Peaks Fire
say.
Walk with Me, and he's great in it. We didn't talk about Sienna hallucinating her friend from the second one.
Oh, yeah.
At the dinner
Bonnie,
scene.
right?
I thought that scene was well done. I enjoyed that. They're all just eating dinner and talking, and then somebody keeps saying, "Can you pass the rice, please?"
Pass the rice, please.
But it never occurred to me that like that person who's saying pass the rice can't be at the dinner table. Like it's just like regular dinner conversation. Says it like 3 or 4 times before they finally cut to bloody whatever her name is.
If you don't pass the rice, I'm not gonna leave.
Going, pass the fucking rice.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
That's what I wanted to see more of this too. Is like maybe other victims of art coming to her in visions. Like I think they could have played with that more. That would have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you want it to be longer?
No.
Me too.
No.
I just
honestly, they could have cut out some kills. They could have cut out so much stuff. Like you know, get it
Give
down
me
to an
more.
acceptable length.
Get it down to an acceptable length. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Listen, I compared him to John Waters, right? Which is very complimentary in my world.
Very respectful.
John Waters, those movies are all 90 minutes long because he understood you couldn't handle more than that of that type of shit.
Time for quote or kill. We're going to give you our favorite quote of the movie or our favorite kill in the movie or both. Nathan, start us off.
We already talked about my favorite kill. It's Santa with the liquid nitrogen. I thought that was super creative, and I thought what led up to it was mostly funny, and I kind of enjoyed it. I liked the character of Santa. Can't remember his name, so it was kind of actually sad to see him die. It was one of the only deaths where I was kind of sad to see him die, because most of the characters I either actively disliked or didn't care about. My favorite line was just a little throwaway line from Victoria where she picks up the present, which is actually the sword. And Gabby's like, yeah, that's the present I gave to Sienna. And she says,
You wrapped it yourself. Shitty job.
Anyway, just to be an asshole, you know, like you did a poor job of wrapping this. Like,
Child.
Right. Like it's this minor little asshole thing compared to everything else she does, but she needs to make sure that everything she does is shitty.
Yeah.
So
that's like what Jill was saying too with art, like hitting Sienna in the back of the head. Same shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's just this little dumb thing, but it's just a dick move.
Love it.
So.
Jill, how about you?
Yeah, so one of my favorite kills, I kind of talked about the shower scene, but my other favorite kill, just for like being creative, I guess, and also making me wonder what the fuck is wrong with Damian Leone, is the rat death with the ant. It's so fucking horrific when they put the tube in her mouth and they like beat it in with a hammer and they're like breaking her jaw. It's like so gross. And then you know what they're gonna do with the rats.
Yeah.
And then like the blowtorch. And then they just go like the extra mile and then they cut open the throat, you know? It's just like so horrific. And also the fact that the kid like sees this and sees her dad like strung up on the wall like Jesus with his intestines like trailing out and shit. Man, it's so messed up. It's so cool.
It's fucked up.
Pretty nasty.
What about you, Kevin?
Yeah, so I'm gonna tag team with you in the shower there on the
Goddamn.
That came off weird, but
Calling HR right now.
Let's jump in the shower. Art killing the couple in the shower. That was my favorite scene. I just thought that was kind of classic slasher stuff. Over the top and only the way Art can do it sort of deal. And like you said too, Jill, she had talked a lot about wanting to see the look in his eyes and everything like that.
Yeah.
So she got that up close and personal. And that ties into my quote too. And Nathan, you brought this up where the boyfriend was like, you sound like you want to fuck him. And she goes, I don't want to fuck him. And then Art listening, he's just like, fuck you. So I thought that was really good. I do like they had more fun, I felt like, with art in this, and that's what I'm a fan of, is showing more of that side, because when it's mean and brutal, you do need a balance a little bit. And I think this was doing a better job at getting over a little bit. It's time for our letterbox rating. We're going to rate this movie from 1 to 5 stars. 5 is the awesome effects, and 1 is Jonathan's off-screen death. Or Jonathan in general, since we all kind of don't like him.
Nobody likes him. Yeah.
Nathan,
I've seen enough discussion on this online to know that nobody likes him. He doesn't have any fans. So, you know.
Damn. I'm going to show you a picture on, so behind me on this door, there's a Terrifier 2 poster that's signed, and the guy that plays Jonathan signed it.
The actor could be a wonderful guy. I don't know. His character
I'm going to
sucks.
send it to you to make you feel bad. I feel bad. I feel bad saying it. It's not his fault. Like, his character just sucks, especially.
He did the best with the script he had.
Yeah.
But
no love for Jonathan.
He could be a nice human being. I'll start us off. I'm going to give Terrifier 3, and I haven't changed my rating. I'm giving Terrifier 3 2 stars. What I said leading off about me liking Terrifier 2, this has raised my rating on Terrifier 2, I believe, because I do now think Terrifier 2 is the better one. The things I didn't like on Terrifier 2 are the length, and the bedroom scene I thought was way over the top and not my cup of tea. And that really put me off on the second one. I gotta say, that one felt more cohesive throughout, and I liked where they were going with like more of the supernatural stuff. I liked that ending where they ended up at that Terrifier ride and the carnival stuff. That was really cool. And like you said, Jill, I wish they had brought that into this and we could have seen that Terrifier set again, because that's so cool. I love that. I will say, I think it's cool to bring art in the Christmas vibe. I love Christmas horror. I do. I think it's very underrated. Seeing him mix in there with Santa and being the mall Santa and like all that's really fun, and I liked it. I just wanted more. I think the ending at the end of the day is the biggest criticism I have. I didn't like the ending at all. Yeah, and again, it's not for me. Like, it's a little over the top and mean-spirited, but now I know what these movies are, so I'm accepting them more. It's just not my cup of tea. So that's it for me. Nathan, how about you?
I'm also going to give this 2 stars, which is a half star more than I gave Terrifier 1 and 2. This series of movies is just not at all for me. The over the top gore thing and the mean spiritedness, I don't know. I came in prepared to see it, but I don't enjoy watching it. And I also think it has other fundamental flaws. I think it's too long. I think every scene goes on for too long. I get bored. You know, I like this one better than the other ones, basically because there was more stuff with Art being a silly guy. And that's the one big thing in this movie that really entertains me. I think David Howard Thornton is incredibly talented and funny when he's just being a silly guy. Yeah, no, 2 stars. Movie did not change my mind on the series even a little bit, but I did enjoy it more than the other 2. I'm sure that we'll end up covering Terrifier 4 at some point, and I'll be forced to watch that one. But after that, I never have to watch any of these movies again, and that's great for me. Jill, how about you?
I think it's funny you said that he's like entertaining for you, Art the Clown. I saw a comment on Letterboxd, I think, where someone said he's like the horror Mr. Bean. And I think that's so true. I fucking love Mr. Bean.
And I do love Mr. Bean, yes. So that's 100%.
It tracks, right? I'm keeping the same rating that I gave it the first time I watched it, which is 4.5 stars. And I think that's probably my rating for Terrifier 2, and it should be my rating for Terrifier 1. I just love them all equally for different reasons. I think Terrifier 3 like continues to amp up the gore and the camp even more than its predecessors, like I said, and it's giving that franchise the notoriety that it has right now, and it continues to cement its rightful place, in my opinion, in horror canon. And I think, like you said, Kevin, the holiday setting is crucial to Terrifier 3's success. Not only did we get a holiday horror movie, but we get to have so much fun with art, just like pretending to be Santa. And I think that's really fun. It's more dark and it's more sinister. I liked the special effects and the gore. I liked seeing Sienna kind of morph into a more strong character. She's dealing with trauma. I think that's relatable, but she becomes this like fierce protector and she's stronger than she was in 2. They don't hold back in this movie, like killing children. So I like that. The only thing that I have
I must
really
go punch that baby.
Sorry.
Punch the baby. The only bad thing I have to say is that I wish it was longer. I know you guys wish it were shorter, but I would have liked to have those gaps filled in, and I didn't mind it being how long it was already. So yeah, lots of fun and gore, holiday twist, and it delivered on its promise as another horrific sequel, and I'm waiting for 4 to come out.
I think this has to be on your Christmas horror watch list, no matter what, because I don't think there's many
It's
out
not
there.
going on mine.
Well, I'm going to put it on yours. Have you been naughty or have you been nice?
I've been nice enough that I don't need to watch this again.
Well, before we end the episode, we want to let you all know what we've been up to. I watched a lot of Thanksgiving horror movies, which is a little bit different. So we did Thanksgiving as our last episode. I also have a new favorite in Thanksgiving from 2008. This is one of the most fun movies I've ever watched. I think it's a blast. Like, low budget. They cannot compete with Terrifier effects or anything like that. But it's stupid fun. It's over the top. It is a good time. And I think for like a Thanksgiving horror movie, this has to make your list because there's not many of them out there. I also watched one called Blood Rage, which I've seen a lot more on lately. This is a slasher from 87. It's about 2 twins. One's good, one's evil, but the one that's good gets mistaken as the evil one and he's sent away, and now he escapes, and now it's like one of those like twin movies. Who's killing, who's doing what. I think it's pretty entertaining as a slasher. I don't think it's the best. There is a Thanksgiving scene in it, so it's become like a Thanksgiving movie, which I don't know. Like I said, there's not many Thanksgiving horror movies, so it's one to put on your list too, because there's not too many of them.
I was editing the Mouths of Madness podcast earlier today, and you said on that podcast that it was like Blood Beat somehow. I want to know how, because now I'm interested in seeing it.
It's like Blood Beat because like the acting is like very you remember Where's My Orange Juice from Blood Beat? And the family dynamics.
That is not the biggest thing I love about Blood Beat. Yeah. So I guess I can probably
it doesn't have
put it on the list, but I don't need to immediately go find it.
It doesn't have the supernatural samurai or the masturbation scenes that correspond with the samurai or any of that.
What the hell are you guys talking about?
Blood Beat. Oh my God. That is a movie and a half.
That's a movie.
Uneducated.
What do you think the budget on Blood Beat was? $5,000?
5,000.
500 maybe?
Yeah, maybe 5. The actors are friends of the director.
Blood Beat is one of the more bizarre, bad, low budget horror movies you'll ever see. It's
damn.
It's about a samurai, ghost samurai. There's some psychic connection stuff in there, and like this one character is psychically connected to the samurai, and she has to masturbate every time the samurai kills somebody. And then there's like
so it's like
bizarre...
Terrifier 3.
Well,
I mean, I guess that one scene is kind of similar, but she's not masturbating with glass though, so it's a little different.
Nathan, you bring up a good point though. I think a perfect holiday double header, double feature would be Thanksgiving and Blood Beat. I mean, this would be Thanksgiving and Christmas, all you need.
That sounds good, I guess. I love Blood Beat. That became one of my favorite bad movies of all time when the Mouths of Madness covered it.
It's a doozy. If you haven't seen it, go see Blood Beat. Do yourself a favor.
Maybe we should cover it. We should have done Blood Beat instead of Terrifier 3.
Oh, hell no.
Jill, how about you?
So yeah, I rewatched Terrifier 2 in preparation for Terrifier 3 just so I could have a better idea of what was happening and remember what was happening. I watched Good Boy. I think I might have texted you guys about this.
I watched Good Boy as well, actually.
Which one did you watch?
The one with the dog.
She watched the other one.
You watched the other one.
I watched Good Boy from 2022, the Norwegian film where there's this millionaire heir and he's on dating apps and this girl matches up with him and starts dating him. And then when they're intimate, she starts to notice that he has a human in his house dressed up as a dog.
This sounds way better than the Good Boy I watched.
I highly recommend it. It's a ride. And so I won't say anything else, but you can imagine.
Oh man, it's on my list. Like it might be next. I might watch it after we're done here.
There you go. It's strange and it's sinister. So yeah, check it out if that seems up your alley. If you don't want to watch the new Good Boy, a horror movie in the point of view of a dog, not a person dressed up as a dog. Another thing I watched was Frozen from, I think it was 2010. We just did an episode of it on It's Lay's podcast.
Just to clarify, not Disney.
Not Disney.
Let it go.
Yeah.
I think it's actually set in Massachusetts.
Is it the one where they get stuck on a ski lift?
That's it. And they say wicked stuff.
Wicked
good.
Kid.
That's wicked cool.
Even though the actors are Canadian. So it's a little strange. I actually really liked it. I think I gave it a yay rating on It's Lays. I went in there like, this movie is going to be so stupid. But it was actually like pretty gnarly, and it had that like early 2000s kind of vibe that I really like. Before we had like technology and everything, you could get stranded on a ski lift and freeze to death, you know? So I like that. Brings me back to a simpler time. And the last thing I'll talk about is I started watching season 5 of Stranger Things. So I watched the first episode. I like where it's going so far. And yeah, that's all I've been up to. What about you, Nathan?
I am waiting for the rest of Stranger Things to come out before I start it. I don't need a cliffhanger till Christmas. It'll drive me nuts.
I won't say anything.
I am really looking forward to when that happens, though.
Yeah, sit down.
During the Barnes & Noble Criterion sale.
Here we go.
This isn't a haul. I'm sorry, I'm not giving you a haul. I'm talking about one movie. I bought Greg Araki's Teen Apocalypse trilogy box set. I haven't seen any of the 3 movies. I probably should have watched at least one before I bought it, but I don't know. I just really loved the cover.
It was on sale.
It was on sale. And I watched Greg Araki in the Criterion closet, and he picked out both Blue Velvet and Pink Flamingos. And I was like, I need to see this man's work.
Sold.
Yeah, exactly. I've only watched the first 2 movies, and I want to talk about just one, The Doom Generation, which I gave 5 stars to on Letterboxd.
Wow.
I love it a whole hell of a lot. It's funny. The first movie in this trilogy is called Totally Fucked Up. The credit starts with Another Homo Movie by Greg Araki. And it's like this gay hangout film about gay teens just hanging out and dealing with the world. But it's not as isn't the right.
Oh no.
Okay. I apologize.
I mean, being gay in the 90s, there's some nasty stuff in there, and being gay in the 90s was kind of a dangerous thing, unfortunately. But the Doom Generation starts off with a heterosexual movie by Greg Araki. It's kind of a lie. Rose McGowan.
Hell yeah.
And I can't remember the names of the 2 male actors. It's a hangout movie in a lot of ways, but these 3 characters keep like ending up in situations where they have to murder people. It happens. It's super weird and sort of surreal. Like they cut one guy's head off and he keeps talking for another couple of minutes. And everywhere they go, Rose McGowan just keeps being mistaken for another person who's also the ex of the person they're talking to. And that's why they have to kill them, because all of a sudden this person wants to kill their ex, but Rose McGowan isn't that person. It turns into this polyamorous thing. The 3 of them start fucking each other, and it's all extremely fun and funny and sexy and irreverent. The two dudes keep sort of like wanting to fuck each other, but it never actually gets there. You know what I'm saying?
So it is hetero. Okay.
It is yeah, but it's the gayest hetero movie ever made because they keep making eyes at each other the whole fucking movie. Then there's one of the most devastatingly horrific and upsetting scenes you'll ever see in your life there as well. So that's just be forewarned. It's not all fun in games. It's just 98% fun in games.
Dang.
It's a good percentage, I guess.
Yeah. That scene, because it affected me so much and I realized how much I loved these characters and all that, that's what ended up at 5 stars for me. You got me, Greg Araki. Yeah, I highly recommend the Doom Generation. It's a lot of fun.
A 5 stars for you too is pretty big.
I rewatched Twin Peaks Firewalk with Me and Blue Velvet.
You say it like it's such an easy rewatch for Firewalk with Me.
Firewalk with Me, I had to put my big boy pants on again. I watched it right after the Doom Generation just because I feel like that prepared me to watch Firewalk with Me again.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, because that movie is it's devastating. It is such a... I understand why all the Twin Peaks fans hated it. Because at the time, like Twin Peaks fans and David Lynch fans, it wasn't exactly the same thing. Big overlap, but not the same thing. I love that movie though. So I watched Good Boy, not the one that Jill watched from 2022 in Norway. It's the one that's like a horror movie in the perspective of a dog. Did either of you see that one?
No.
Not yet.
I was really interested in it, and I was wondering how they were going to get a full feature-length film worth of interesting stuff out of that concept. And the answer to that is that they didn't, and that this movie should have been like 40 minutes long. I gave it 2.5 stars on my Letterboxd.
Damn.
Yeah. No, I didn't think it was great. The dog was awesome. Like, honestly, I probably could have watched a feature-length film worth of like just TikToks about the dog because I mean I would die for this dog. It is a very cute dog. I don't know, the one human character is uninteresting. There's an allegory. The whole thing is metaphorical, I guess. I don't know. I don't recommend it. I don't really think you need to see it. Cute dog though. Really cute dog.
That's important.
I watched a Swedish movie from 1968 by Ingmar Bergman, Hour of the Wolf. This movie I loved a lot. I gave it 4.5 stars. It's sort of a surrealist, existential sort of horror film where things are told out of order. It's about a man going insane on an island with his wife. People start coming into their lives. The island was supposed to be sort of deserted, but there's some people living in this castle who may or may not actually exist. The whole thing's told from the point of view of a diary and the wife talking about it. So there's a lot of unreliable narrator stuff. It's hard to parse. This is definitely a movie that's not for everyone. You're not going to come away from it understanding everything that happened or what order it happened in or whether or not how much of it actually happened at all is a good question. It's got a lot of surrealist imagery and I like it a lot. It's up my alley and I'm going to start watching more Ingmar Bergman stuff. He's one of those directors that the snobby cinephiles all love. And after watching my first Bergman, I kind of see why. So, and that's it.
More Bergman.
Yeah.
I love everyone's eclectic mix of what we've been watching.
I got to see the other Good Boy. That sounds amazing.
I want to see it too. Oh my goodness. Well, if you're interested in seeing any of the movies that we're watching, we have links down below to all of our letterboxes. See what else Nathan's rating 5 stars. Also, we have a link to Jill's Goodreads so you can check out what she's been reading as well. That's it for our review on Terrifier 3. We'll be back soon with another episode, and we're going to be doing my pick eyes wide shut.
That's what we told you last time we were going to do this time, but the scheduling.
For real this time.
For real this time.
Don't even worry about it. This for real this time, yeah.
Yeah. I got my fancy mask ready to go. We're going to enter the rich party.
The billionaire party.
Yeah. Might be a little risque. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
We might not go, though. Elon Musk is there. Going to be there. He's going to be naked. It's going to be a horror show. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, I have to cut that out, though.
But until then, back to the padded room with you. And Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.